Canes win 84-78. I'm joined by Hurricane head coach Mike Leader. Mike, it's never easy.
No, and you know, I don't know that we, I just didn't think we played with a whole lot of effort. Just a great crowd tonight. Different way to start the game. We just never seemed to get in sync. We would get the lead, then we'd fall behind, and we were just not very. I mean, we shot a very good percentage, but too many turnovers, not enough assists. You know, trying to play with different guys tonight that haven't played in a while. And then Jamon was hurt at halftime. He's got knee tendonitis and it really flared up on him. You know, Darius tried to play, wasn't real effective. Derek was back. You know, we just got guys kind of coming and going here, and we got to figure out how we want to play with this many guys, and it isn't working right now. So we didn't play very well defensively in the second half, but we did just enough to win, like we seem to do. You know, each of the games this year. Won another close one tonight. Great crowd. I'm just very fortunate that we got to 15-3. I didn't think we played particularly well tonight.
Mike, how does a guy, Daryl Davis, go 3 for 14 Monday night and 12 for 12 tonight?
Well, you know, he got the same kind of looks, and you know, he told me we took him out. You know, one of the plays the other night, and he just told me he wasn't playing very well, and you know, I think it was obvious that he wasn't playing very well. But tonight he went up very, very strong. He was very committed to posting a little bit deeper tonight. And, you know, you make the first couple, and then the next day he made a couple that kind of bounced in for him. And guys found him and did a really, really good job playing off of Daryl. And then, you know, him and Joe Hayton were tremendous tonight together. You know, they combined for 51 points. But they played very well off of each other. And, you know, the other night Joe Hayton was doing all the work inside. Tonight it was Daryl. So, you know, I'm just happy for those guys. And it's really nice to see a senior Daryl, a guy that's played so well, be able to explode tonight. And, you know, blocked a couple shots, played well defensively, and we were able to keep him on the floor. It wasn't in foul trouble.
You talk about Daryl Davis and Joe Hayton Brooks combining for 51. You throw Allen Arnett in the mix, and those three guys scored 69 of our 84 points.
Yeah, and we're not, you know, we just, that's not how we've been playing. We got to get the balance back, and you know, Jamon had a tough night, you know, with just not being able to play. We kind of stuck him in there at the end, didn't mound the ball in the press breaker. You know, we missed. It seemed like more than 6 free throws. I think we missed 3 in a row at one point, and but guys went to the line and made their free throws when they had to, and we just got to get back to a little bit more balance offensively. And you know, we had played so long with the short bench, and now we've got the longer bench again. And how do we get guys in? How do we get them out? And you know, everybody wants to play, and I think we had a little bit of that tonight, and that's got to get rectified either by themselves. You know, the guys figure it out, or they don't want me figuring it out. I can tell you that.
Mike, you mentioned at one point missing 3 straight free throws, but good golly, we made him down the stretch.
Yeah, and then, you know, it was the right guy shooting. Joe Hayton got to the line. He's a good foul shooter. Hasn't shot a good percentage this year, but boy, he was good. Daryl banged his home, Allen, and then it was nice to see Bob hit his. So it was, you know, we did what we had to do to win a very, very close game at home. But, you know, these are the kind of games, if you have aspirations that we should have played a little bit better. Defensively, we've just got to be better. And I don't know where our commitment is on that end in the second half. We played really well defensively. They average 90 a game, and you go from 31 half to 48 the other, and it's just not, you know, just the attention to detail really wasn't there tonight. And I was really disappointed in the second half defensively.
A disappointing year for North Georgia. The Nighthawks now 6-9 overall. They're 3-6 in the Peach Belt. But I thought tonight Chris Faulkner had his team playing hard.
No, there's no, you know, I told Coach Sweeney several points during the game that they're playing harder. They're cutting much harder. They played with much more of a purpose in the second half offensively. I thought their cutting was tremendous. They back cut us a couple of times. They straight line drove us a couple of times. They got out in transition off of some steals. So I thought that their second half offensively was, they were really pushing it at us, and we couldn't answer that punch, and we fell behind. And then we were fortunate to get a couple of and-ones down there, and that was able to get us. We had a couple multiple point possessions there, but I thought that those guys were really just playing much harder than they were in the second half. And you know, they're very, very talented. Picked high in the preseason. They were picked 4th in the preseason poll. And you know, in fairness, we went through this last year. You know, his last 3 games were at Augusta, at Aiken, and here tonight. So you know, it's tough when you're trying to keep those guys engaged, knowing you got a bunch of home games coming up next, but they're not having any success. So they're certainly a team that's going to be much more difficult they'll play March 1st up in Dahlonega.
What a special night. Great ceremony before the game.
Oh, I'm telling you, it was as well done as anything we've done at Georgia Southwestern. I'm sure you had it captured with the words, but to stand out there and watch, a guy get an accolade and an honor that he so richly deserves, and I was really excited. That I was wondering if he was going to say anything, and then I didn't know if we're going to be able to start the game when he started going. But he's, people that don't know him and people that don't see him on a daily basis or don't know what kind of a storyteller he is. The guy is, he's a tremendous. I've always said he's a great guy to have in the front seat with you on a long trip because he's funny. He's unintentionally funny, and I thought he was, for a guy that spoke off the cuff tonight, he really hit all the high points. And Dr. Blanchard was tremendous, and it was just the replica of the floor. It was just really, it was about as well done, and it didn't feel overly formal. It was perfect for Coach, and it was just the kind of way that you would think he would have a ceremony tonight. It was really good, and it was I think he really appreciated it. And I was watching guys come in, guys that played for me, Adrian Robinson, Fred Ford that came back, and then some of the older guys. I know Coach Barney was here tonight, Greg Ward was here tonight. It was just a really neat.
But you're right.
I think he really appreciated on a Thursday night this many people coming down to pay tribute to him and a guy that so richly deserves it. And I'm just fortunate that I could call him a friend. And anytime I've ever called on him for anything, he's done everything he can for me. And you don't find many like that. And I know you feel the same way.
If there's any justice in the world, we couldn't lose tonight, especially against North Georgia.
Right, and that's where he was a player at, and he got Coach Dunn his start in coaching at North Georgia. So no, we were fortunate that we got the win tonight. Again, I thought North Georgia played really, really hard and really was effective in the second half. And they missed a couple. Richardson, who's a great shooter, missed a couple that he probably normally makes, and we were very, very fortunate to get the win tonight. And we got some things we got to straighten out tomorrow in preparation for Columbus State. But we talked a while back that this was going to be a big turning point in our season, and we've done a pretty good job manning the home floor. Now we've just got to finish this thing out on Saturday, and then we'll start to get a little rest. This will be 7 games in 16 days, and we look like a team that can use a day off or two.
Another team that really plays hard and really hits the offensive glass. Columbus State will be here Saturday.
And the way that they play, they're very zone intensive, long, athletic, and a lot of them. So turning the ball over 20 times isn't going to be a recipe for success. Getting out rebounded like we did tonight and giving up 17 offensive rebounds is not going to be a recipe for success. So we've got to tighten some things up in some areas that we're a little deficient in right now. And Columbus very good. They're coming off of 2 straight wins. Haven't beat Flagler and Armstrong last week. So again, another home game on our side of the division, and one that ends the first round of rotation. Playing everybody once. So we'd certainly like to get this one and give ourselves an opportunity to get some sweeps on the road as we go into February.
Mike, a night that I don't think I'll ever forget, and we kept it with a win.
No, and it was great, and I feel very fortunate to be a part of it, and it's kind of a neat experience at a small university to be able to have a guy that has a court named after him that'll carry on forever and ever and ever. And it was great to see. He's got 8 little grandkids running around out there, and when they're old enough to come watch it, they'll see, and the floor will still be that way.
What a great environment tonight.
It was tremendous, great crowd, and fortunate we got the win. We need a lot of help Saturday with the crowd. I know it's FCA Day up in Ellaville, so we should get a good crowd from that. And Saturday afternoon against Columbus State. Women need a lot of help. They battled real hard tonight against a nationally ranked team, and hopefully we can get two great crowds out here in the Storm Dome to kind of finish out. The home game started to dwindle. We only got 4 left, and hopefully we can get everybody out again because I thought we had a great crowd.
Congratulations, Mike.
Thank you, Ricky.
Georgia Southwestern men's basketball coach Mike Leader. Mike's